Alright everybody, Battlefield 6's release date is coming up super fast. It's on October 10, and we've been getting some details lately about what we can expect to see with the post-launch for Battlefield 6. Now today was also Call of Duty Next, but Battlefield of course dropped some details and information about Season 1, which is going to be starting on October 28. So we kind of have a bit of a roadmap of what it's going to look like for Battlefield from here until the winter. So let's just get right on into it because there's quite a lot of information to cover. What we know for each season is that we're going to be getting new content pretty much every month. Starting with Season 1, we can expect to see new maps, weapons, modes, vehicles, and other features that aren't just going to be available for the Battlefield 6 multiplayer, but also for Portal. Now just briefly, if you're not aware of what Portal is, it's basically the tool that allows you to create custom gameplay experiences using the Battlefield setup. Portal this year though is a lot more intensive and in-depth than really any other Portal we've ever seen for Battlefield. And if you want to learn more about what Battlefield 6 Portal is going to look like, I do have a separate video that I made about it recently. So it's pretty cool that all of this content is going to be cross multiplayer and Portal, so you don't have a mismatch in experiences in the gameplay. So October 28 is going to kick off Season 1, and Season 1 is split into what it looks like 3 phases. Phase 1 is called Rogue Ops, Phase 2 is going to be called California Resistance, and Phase 3 is called Winter Offensive. So Rogue Ops is going to be the first phase, and that's launching on October 28. This is going to feature 3 new weapons, a brand new map, a new vehicle, a multiplayer mode, attachments, and more. Blackwell Fields is the first map, and it looks like this map takes place in a sort of oil field somewhere in California. So a pretty cool map, looks pretty interesting. The mode that's going to be arriving on Season 1's release date is called Strike Point, and this is designed for 4v4 combat. It's described as being an intense, small team tactical mode where a squad fights another squad across multiple rounds to capture a key objective. However, you only have 1 life each round, so you gotta make it count. The land vehicle that's going to be arriving in Season 1 is called the APC Traverser Mark II. This is an armored personnel carrier that seats 4. You've got 1 driver, 1 roof gunner, and 2 backseat passenger side gunners. This is mostly going to be an infantry support vehicle. The weapon that will release on October 28 is a carbine rifle called the SOR-300C. This has a low rate of fire, and it's a subcompact carbine chambered in the higher damage .300 blackout ammunition compared to the platform's 5.56 version. There's also going to be a new sniper rifle called Minifix. This is supposed to be a lightweight bolt-action sniper rifle designed for aggressive recon. And we also have a sidearm called the GGH-22. This is a high-capacity, high-fire rate, and low-damage pistol that's meant to bail out a soldier when their primary runs dry. So there's 2 attachments that'll also be releasing on October 28. That's the rail cover and the LPVO. And the LPVO stands for Low-Powered Variable Optic. So moving on to November 18, we've got Phase 2 of Season 1, which is the California Resistance. Basically, the story of this section is that you're going to have to liberate Southern California, and the map is called Eastwood. This is going to have support for all combat sizes, land vehicles, and helicopters. It looks like Eastwood is supposed to be kind of like an LA Hollywood type area, and apparently Pax Armada sleeper agents have been embedded into this community, and they've been activated, and so now you gotta defend it and take it back from them. The game mode here is called Sabotage, and this is designed for 8v8 combat. You're supposed to destroy as many sites as possible before the round time finishes. You have to apparently use your creativity and arsenal to do so. It's not really clear what that means, but each team has 1 round each to go on offense and defense, and those who successfully detonate the most sites win the game. The feature that's going to be dropping on November 18 is called Battle Pickups. Now, if you've played Battlefield before, you likely know what this is, but basically battle pickups are high-tech, powerful weaponry that are limited in ammo and availability throughout a given map. The location of the pickups is, however, unknown. There's two weapons that will be launching on November 18. The first is the DB12 shotgun. This is a dual barrel pump action shotgun that feeds from two different tubes. One trigger pull fires a shell or slug from one barrel, and a second trigger pull fires the other, and then the pump action will rechamber both barrels. And then the second weapon is the M327 trait sidearm. This has high damage and a low rate of fire. It's an 8-round revolver that is strong up close with a considerable damage drop-off compared to its .44 Magnum comrade. And then there is a third attachment, which is the Troy Angled, and this grip is going to offer an alternative choice for underbarrel choices. And then finally, the third phase for Season 1 is going to be on December 9, and this is called the Winter Offensive. The map that's going to be dropping on December 9 is the Ice Lock Empire State, and this is a limited time map update. So it's not a new map, but it's just kind of an update to an existing map, kind of like what Call of Duty has been doing with Nuketown, for instance. So basically, this map takes place in Brooklyn, and temperatures have dropped well below freezing. The limited time event for this portion of the update is called Ice Lock, and it's a limited event that is centered around a mechanic called Freeze, which is a gameplay modifier that is only active in specific experiences. And finally, the weapon that will be releasing on December 9 is a melee weapon called the Ice Climbing Axe. This is kind of, I guess, self-explanatory on what it is. But we haven't heard anything just yet about the Battlefield 6 Battle Royale mode. So we have heard like little details about what we can expect in the Battle Royale, but there's been no official release date. Now it is going to be sometime post-launch, we know that. Some numbers I saw were around the October 28 sort of date, which would make sense, lining up with Season 1's release. However, we still haven't really gotten any details. I expect that we're probably gonna get some more stuff throughout the month, or, you know, leading up to the launch of the Battle Royale mode. What we know about it so far is that it's supposed to have pretty large matches. It's going to be a free-to-play thing, sort of like Warzone. It's not 100% something that Battlefield hasn't done before, because it does seem like it's quite similar to the Firestorm mode that we had back in Battlefield 5. The circle is supposed to be even more punishing though, and you can't really be outside of it at any point because you will instantly die if you are outside the circle. So this is quite unlike Warzone, where you can use the gas mask and things like that to preserve your character's life. Alright, but beyond that, of course, we are approaching the release date for Battlefield 6, and personally, I'm super stoked. I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like. I know a lot of people are definitely anticipating it. If you haven't pre-ordered yet and you are curious as to what each edition is going to come with, whether or not you want to pre-order or not, I'll just break that down. So you've got two editions, the Standard and the Phantom Edition. So if you do pre-order before October 10, you're going to get access to a pre-order bonus. No matter what edition you get, you will guaranteed get this pre-order bonus, and it is the Tombstone Pack. So this comes with a couple of things, including the Hatchet Weapon Package, the Bandolier Weapon Charm, the Fallen Heroes playing card, the Soldier Patch and Weapon Sticker, and then a Tombstone XP Boost set. So we did get some details on what precisely those XP boosts are going to look like. So you've got two 60-minute XP boosts. One is for hardware and the other is just for your general player level. The Phantom Edition is a little bit different than the Standard Edition just because it's got extra stuff. It's mostly cosmetic related, because in the Phantom Edition you do get the Tombstone Pack, and on top of that you're going to get two extra XP boosts. They're both 30 minutes each, so total of 90 minutes. You also get the 4 Phantom Squad soldier skins, and they are a little bit different than how they used to look. If you weren't aware of this update, it's not like all over the place just yet, but they are changed now. There's also the Shrouded Weapon Package, the Drop Shadow Weapon Package, so it looks like 2 weapon packages, a vehicle skin called Chimera, and then there's a lot more cosmetic stuff, mostly skins and things like that. There's also a Battlefield Pro token, the Battle Pass, and 25 tier skips, exclusive unlocks, and more. So it's not 100% clear what the Battlefield Pro token is. What I've seen some people speculating online, and what I assume, is that it's just going to be kind of similar to the Call of Duty Black Cell system, because it does look like there's supposed to be an instant unlock tier in the Battle Pass, and it seems like this might be kind of a more like exclusive skin and a bunch of other cosmetic stuff. So if you don't know what Black Cell is, or if you're unfamiliar with that system, I do have a couple of videos showcasing the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 battle passes, and some of those are Black Cell passes, so I recommend you go check out what that is in case you just want to know real quick. But it's just sort of like a premium battle pass. It's not clear if Battlefield is going to take that approach or not. It kind of seems like it because there's a pro token, so I don't know. We'll have to see what it looks like. I just hope that the skins don't go off the rails like they usually did with Black Cell in Call of Duty. But anyways, there's a lot to be excited for. It looks like there's a lot of content coming to Season 1. This is obviously just a snapshot of what we're going to be getting, but I'm really excited. There's also a lot of stuff that's going to be releasing at launch, and honestly, I can't wait. October 10 can't come any sooner. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about all of this, and if you're excited, if you're going to be playing on day 1, and what you're hoping to see throughout Season 1 of Battlefield 6. Like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to turn on notifications set to all so you never miss out on another upload. And that's all for today, folks.